We got the vibe, we got the flow. Jeff Foxx, taking you behind the mic, keeping you in the know. Where the real stories are told, where the truth and the soul unfold. Now you know, it's the Jeff Foxx Show. Behind the Mic Podcast.
It's the Jeff Foxx Show Behind the Mic Podcast. And we got a real special conversation today. We're talking to Hil St Soul. I like that. First of all, tell me about your name, Hil St Soul. Tell me about that, first of all.
Okay, so the Hil actually is derived from my birth name, which is Hillary. So I kind of, I know people think there's a mad science behind it, but it really is quite, simple. But yeah, so the Hil comes from Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
And the St Soul, basically, when I first started, recording or working as a recording artist, I was still trying to find my way. And the producer I was working with at the time, we were working on some music and we were going to call it Hil St Soul. And the kind of concept behind that was the street soul, which was kind of like the music that we were creating at the time. We described it as, music for the street. So that's really where the Hil St Soul came from. So I decided to call myself Hil St Soul because I was obviously the voice behind the production and also writing the lyrics as well. So then I became, Hil St Soul. So that is really, how Hil St Soul came about.
Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Zambia, so I'm African, but I was raised in the UK. So I'm African by birth and lived in the UK. So I've kind of split my time between the two because we moved to the UK with my family at a really young age. I've spent most of my time there. However, I've got very close ties to, my place of birth, Zambia, which is where I'm spending a lot of my time now anyway. So
are you there now?
I'm there now. Yes, I'm here. I'm currently here.
Now, when you say Zambia, paint that picture for everyone. Exactly what part of Africa is that?
Zambia we're kind of like central South Africa, the south side of Africa. We're surrounded by, I think it's Kenya, Tanzania, and Malawi, I think are the main countries that I'm surrounded by. We're not too far from South Africa, but it's kind of like the south part of Africa anyway, the African continent.
That sounds wonderful. What's it like?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, like I said, I grew up in the UK, so we spent most of our time there. And it's only in recent years that I've really started to discover Zambia, just because I've spent a lot more time here. And I've been shooting a lot of visuals in Zambia. And as a result, I've even got to, explore places and spaces I never knew existed. But my personal experience of it has been amazing. I mean, there's just so much to sort of see and discover. What I love about it is the weather and the people. Every morning you wake up, to sunrise. So I really can't complain. And I just love it because it's really vast. So there's a lot of untapped areas which are really amazing as well. So it's just like a combination of, you've got the kind of city life, but then you also have the rural kind of countryside, which is amazing to explore. So I love spending time out here.
They call it the motherland. Do you feel that connection?
Oh, definitely. Yes, definitely. I mean, when you're out, going to different parts of Zambia, you're exposed to so many different cultures and foods and the nature. So it really does feel like the motherland. It's very different from obviously living in the UK, weather-wise and even just the people. So
the weather's completely different. When you say UK, you're talking about a lot of rain, right? A lot of clouds.
A lot of
all
rain.
The time.
All the time. It's really like, it's the UK, honestly, you probably get 5 seasons in a day, if there is 5 seasons. But you wake up in the morning, it's like you might get a bit of sunlight and then it will get cold and it will rain and then it's snowing, so you never know what to wear when you're going out. But Zambia, I mean, we are actually in the cold season at the moment, but the cold season here is like the summer in the UK. I'm actually loving it. My body's kind of used to UK weather. Right now, it's just a lovely balance. Like, you always get the sunlight and it's always warm most days. I definitely prefer the weather now.
So you've got this eclectic background, okay?
I have, yeah.
All of these different places. How did music find you?
Well, Oh gosh, yeah, music found me. I think I mean it's definitely something that I think I wasn't like in the choir or anything like that. It was just I feel like within me, but I would primarily say my dad was a huge influence because he was a soul man, so he loved his soul music.
Okay.
I'm even just going through his record collection now, but yeah, so he loved a lot of the, soul music from Motown to the Philadelphia sound, you name it. So I was kind of exposed to a lot of that kind of music. Listen, hearing people like Stevie, Aretha Franklin, Melbourne Moore, just a whole host of artists, Teddy P. But then, amongst that as well, I kind of was exposed to our local music as well, because you kind of hear that
Right.
just by way of, like if you go out and about, people playing our traditional music. That was kind of like my introduction to music. But I would definitely say it has to be my dad, just from his vast record collection. And he just played music all the time. To me, he was music because he just, lived and breathed music. So I feel like that kind of, was ingrained in me as well.
So when you combine all of that with your sound, what is the Hil St sound?
Well, the Hil St sound, you know what, it's really quite kind of hard pinned down, but I always say that my kind of main foundation has to be soul music because that's kind of what I grew up listening to. However, having lived in the UK, exposed to music out there as well, which is very eclectic, grown up listening to all types of music, and I feel like I've incorporated that into my sound. So I guess when you do listen to the Hil St soul music, you will hear that kind of soulful influence. I've also got, heavily influenced by music in the UK, which is a kind of melting pot of like, it's just, you've got reggae, you've got jazz, hip hop, our own kind of style of like soul and R&B. And I feel like that definitely is incorporated in what I do, even though I might not necessarily go out of my way to do that kind of music, but I feel like that's definitely has been an intricate part in my sound for sure.
Your musical, I guess we'd call it a mission statement. You want to be the beacon of light to the darkness.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So just to summarize that, really, what because every time I get asked about the kind of music I make, I always try and make music that's uplifting, that's gonna, make you feel good. I try and focus on the positive aspect of course, in life, we go through so much, especially now with everything that's going on in the world. There's a lot of negativity happening around us. We see it every day on TV and just in our daily lives. So I personally, as a artist and a musician, I love to focus on creating music that's just going to make people feel good, because for me music is kind of like therapy, escapism. Even with this current project, it's kind of been written during a very kind of difficult period in my life, losing my dad. But however, with all of that, music is something that always just makes me feel good. So when I do feel really down in the dumps, or just having those dark days, I just turn to music. And I kind of hope that when people listen to my music, it kind of brings them a little enlightenment and just kind of takes them out of that kind of whatever kind of dark days they're having. It will definitely lift them out of that, and I kind of try and make music that does that. So that is what I mean by that particular statement. I think I like to focus on music that is going to uplift rather than depress someone,
Right.
So yeah.
When you write music, are you writing strictly from a vocal standpoint, or are you playing guitar? Are you playing piano? Are you a musician? Do you play an instrument?
I'm not really good at playing any instrument, so I kind of use my voice as the instrument, really.
Your voice is an instrument. And when did you realize you had that? When did you find that?
From the beginning, to be honest with you, because when I write, I tend to write, either I just come up with the lyrics like in a poetic way, maybe just write the words, like write some poetry, or depending on who I'm working with, they might send me some music that I just kind of, soak myself into, like immerse myself into rather, and kind of just draw from that. But I will use my voice to, to create sounds and melody and harmony. So that is really how I visualize and create music, is just through my voice. Because even when I'm writing a song, I kind of like look at it like a song being a blank canvas. And then as I start to layer my vocals, it kind of paints a picture and tells a story. So for me, I kind of use my voice to do that. So that is basically, that's kind of how I'll describe it.
How'd you get started? You're in the music industry, but where did it start? What was your first big break? How did that happen?
Music for me started by accident, funnily enough.
Okay.
it wasn't like I kind of knew I was going to be a musician, actually. I feel like I kind of discovered it a lot later in life. I was in my, early teens, but I kind of wanted to get into music. So I'd always audition, look up in magazines, try and find, production companies and go and audition for them and that type of thing. That kind of didn't work out. What happened was one day my brother used to, every now and again he'd have house parties. And I just remember a DJ was doing his thing, and then I just got behind the mic and he heard my voice and said, "Oh, wow, you've got an amazing voice. Have you thought about singing?" And that was the catalyst.
By accident.
Yeah, that was kind of, I fell into it. And then, but off the back of that, I just remember, I think I was at university and I took a year out. And that's when I started to take my music more seriously. So I kind of went to a local studio just to record Until You Come Back to Me, the Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin version, like an a cappella version.
Okay.
And the studio boss heard me singing and was like, "Wow, you got a great voice."
You sing a cappella a lot, do you?
I do occasionally, yeah. I mean, obviously if I'm doing my live show.
If somebody say just break down, do something right now, you could do it, no problem.
I could possibly do that, but I'd have to,
what?
Probably throw me off guard a little, but yeah.
By you backing up? That sounds like the backup laugh to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You said a cappella. I'm going to leave you alone. I just wanted to put it out there. I just wanted to put it out there like I heard you.
But yeah.
Anytime you want to drop something, I'll stop and let you drop.
A little something. Yeah.
That's all right.
I could certainly do that.
Anytime. You don't have to do it right now.
Anytime. No,
call me back and say, "Jeff, I'm ready to drop."
For sure.
That's all right. But you seem like you're having a lot of fun with all of this. Now, tell me about this latest project. We're excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, this project has been so, amazing because it's just, like I started writing it. It was, I've been working with producer Reggie Myrix from, I think since 2014, actually, just here and there. I got introduced to him actually through the guy that does my promotions over here. He was working with Noel Gordine and his manager, and they were looking for a singer to do a UK remix. So I kind of got introduced to Reggie that way. But then we sort of kept in touch, and then he started sending me tracks and, start vibing to it. And then obviously with the last project, Back in Love, he wrote quite a few songs in there, like I'd say half the album. We just continued working together and it's just been an amazing experience. And obviously I've been splitting my time between here and the UK, as in Zambia and the UK. So I've kind of been able to really immerse myself in just the whole creative process. My visuals for this album has been here in Zambia, just filming videos, taking photos to go along with all the music that we've created. It's been an amazing experience, obviously bittersweet in some way because my biggest cheerleader, my dad, is no longer with us, but he's been a big inspiration for me writing this record, which I decided to call Nasa Lifia, which means thank you in my mum's language.
Say it again. It's an interesting title. Say it again.
Nasa Lifia. And that means thank you in my mother's language. So I kind of dedicated that to my dad and, everybody that's kind of been with me on this journey, really, and been part of the Hil St Soul journey. So it's kind of like a thank you letter. And it's just opened my mind creatively. I feel like I've evolved and matured and just explored different things that I normally wouldn't do. So
sounds wonderful. Are you planning tours anytime soon?
Yes, absolutely. So I've been speaking to, the label Shaniki that's released this current project. We're kind of liaising, trying to put together some dates because I haven't been to the US in a while, actually, for maybe, I'm not even sure how long, but
really?
It's been a minute. So, yes.
It's time to come back.
It's time. So we're working on some dates and I'm hoping to head over to your shores end of the year.
Yes, come to our shores.
I am coming over, honestly.
I love how you phrase things. I just love it. You're so eloquent.
Oh,
Just like your music, Your music is wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
How do folks follow Hil St Soul? What do we need to do?
Basically, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, which is Hil St Soul, HilStSoul. And you can also, if you head over to my website, which is, again, heartfelt.com, and you can reach me out, through those various platforms. And I try my best to engage when I can. So that is the best way, to reach out.
We're certainly excited about the project. It's really great to talk to you. And when you come to our shores, we'll get together.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Jeff.
We'll have tea and I'll take you to the American Fair.
Oh, wonderful.
And we'll eat and drink and celebrate. Okay.
I can't wait.
I love it.
Thank you so much again for making time for me.
It's Hil St Soul.
Oh, much love. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for checking out this episode of the Jeff Foxx Show Behind the Mic podcast, a conversation with R&B artist Hil St Soul. And remember, you can also check out the nationally syndicated Jeff Foxx radio show. That's right, bringing you the best in music, culture, and conversation every day. You can also stream us online. Just look for the Jeff Foxx Show affiliates and pick your station. Until next time, you take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
We got the vibe, we got the flow. Jeff Foxx, taking you behind the mic, keeping you in the know. Where the real stories are told, where the truth and the soul unfold. Now you know it's the Jeff Foxx Show Behind the Mic podcast.
The Jeff Foxx Show Behind the Mic podcast. Get it wherever you get your podcasts.